but are you in?
Alrighty. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing?
Well,
very good.
Doing good.
All right.
Doing good.
Fantastic. Glad to have you back, Tim.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be back.
Yeah.
Feeling better.
Definitely. All right. Well, anything crazy going on this week with everybody? No?
Yeah, but I don't want to share.
Okay. That's fair.
No, not really.
Had to get back to grind this week after vacation.
You were on a vacation this whole time?
Last week.
You didn't even say hi.
We were out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. Pardon me.
We went and saw Simple's family and saw a new Niblet.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
She's the cutest little potato.
The Dice Fairy is now officially Princess of the Realm. The Dice Fairy.
Wow.
The Warrior.
Oh.
Yeah.
Warrior Princess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she has titles now.
A heck of a multi-class, actually.
Yeah. And then she found magic too, because the sword is, light up and glows and changes colors and does things. Yeah, it's craziness.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All I know is she's stronger than the DM at this point.
Ooh, bummer.
Everybody else in the party's like, yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, Dawn, all hail the princess. It's good to see you tonight. Hope everybody had a good week. So good to be back. Tim, what's going on with Patreon stuff? I know there's some changes that happened over the last week or so.
Yeah, I really should keep up with that. I know that I think you mentioned it last week that the new episodes for the main podcast come out on Friday instead of Sunday for the Patreons. And I missed I know you mentioned this, but I missed the last Patreon hangout, which I've only been. I need to go to more of those because I have a crazy time. I didn't get that anyway. But that happened, and so that's always fun. But yeah, patreon.com/reddirtdnd is the place you can go if you like what you see here, or if you like this show or the main podcast or Wayfinder Legends or the Red Dirt Outlaws or any of the good stuff we make. If you go there, you can, for even $5, you can get access to the Discord server, which is kind of it's a fun place to hang out. You can talk with fans and you can talk with a cast and crew of the shows. In fact, we have, I think, a new Patreon that is a patron from Belgium. He's an Okie, but he's in Belgium, and I'm blanking on his name, but I want to give him a shout out because he's been pretty active.
Let's see if we can find him.
That was just recently.
Yeah, it was just like this last week.
Yeah, so it's fun to see a new face, and he might maybe offer some poetry on the Artist Corner. But yeah, be access to the Discord server. You get the main podcast, which so far 8 episodes in campaign 3. I think I'm one behind or so, but those have been a lot of fun to listen to. You get the roundtables; those are now, I believe, free, but you get the outtakes once a week from each of the episodes. I'm not sure if they've started doing that or not. And then quarterly, you could get T-shirts or minis, and I think they're working on that right now. But anyway, but it's a lot of fun. Patreon.com. Yeah.
New patron is Hajanik.
Yes.
Hajanik. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Yep.
Got it. Well, shout out to him, and thanks for joining the Patreon. We hope you promised some poetry. I haven't seen anything yet, so if you're listening to this, then you can maybe post something there for us. Oh, and just as something else too, because I've been looking at the Discord too. But is it Ben, the white monkey? He's making these great Hero Forge minis, right, of the characters from the main podcast and Wayfinder Legends. Really, really good. So
he's taking the descriptions that are given and he's going through and trying to build some 3D minis of them and show them off.
It's very, very fun. So
you also posted some artwork I saw. I
did, yeah. Just I've been trying to I try to do character pictures of our group, and I have Melt's almost done, but I have posted a couple up there. Melt, your armor was giving me some hassles, and I was sick too. So, but I mean, it's almost done. So, but yes, I posted some stuff up there too. But it's again Discord server. If you join the Patreon, you get access to that, and come hang out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. And then this week, so actually today, launching on the actual podcast was episode 9. Who's going to be the bait?
Ooh,
Mm.
hard talk.
Yeah. So also another thing, I don't know if you talked about this, Sim. I didn't hear you talk about this. They are letting the patrons name the episode, so you get to watch it, listen to it on Friday, and then submit names for the titles, and they choose one of those
That's why
titles.
that's a big reason why they're doing that too. Yes, I did forget that. Yes,
So
thank you.
it's a lot of fun for those that get to pay attention to it. And then
Those
episode
rolls too, right? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get those Patreon rolls too. You can. Yeah. Anyway.
Definitely. Episode 33 for Wayfinder Legends. White Decisions.
Yeah. Wait, does this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Best names.
They have some of the best names. It is
Yeah.
incredible. I mean, just reading a couple of these. So we have White Decisions,
Uh-huh.
The Spinal Countdown, Spitting Nails, We've Fallen into a Trap,
That's
A Grave Mistake, To Whom It May Concern. That's the last 5 episode titles. I mean,
puns, yeah.
whoever is naming those titles, phenomenal.
Impressive. Yeah.
It's probably Brooke.
It
is so a Brooke title.
You think so? I mean, because Flame or how he seems, well, at least from his character, he seems like he has a pretty good.
Yeah,
but it's probably Brooke. You're right. He's probably he's
because it is definitely dad punish.
It's a dad joke. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very much so. But yeah, no. So, but I always love reading those titles and seeing what it was. And then let's see here as well. Doesn't look like we've had anything for. But the roundtables are all there recorded. Yep, doesn't
The
look like
Outlaws,
we've
is
had
that
any Outlaws recently. So
Is that every other week at the Outlaws, or what is that?
I think so. It kind of was working through. You know, our lovely DM is
Yeah, he's busy.
experiencing a new experience with college.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to find the balance between all that. So
Hang
I
in there,
think he's
Aiden.
working on it. Yep. Nope. He's doing
got
a
it,
good
Aiden.
job. So, but yeah, no, we're excited to be back. And then tonight we have episode 27, The Change for Mysteries of Beatrix.
Excellent.
27 episodes in, and we're a month away from being 2 full years, guys. Can you believe it?
Oh my.
In April.
How many years? What?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Golly.
You lie.
Wow.
It's 2 months, but yeah.
Okay.
We started
Wow.
April 4th. Technically April 5th of 23.
You think we would have saved the world by now?
I mean, we did once, but now we gotta do it like 6 more times.
I wasn't even there for that.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Well, this, yeah, that's fun.
So, Michael, what's another way that if they want to help support?
If you wish to support what we do here, you can find your way to our website, at reddirtdnd.com. Up at the top, you'll see a little tab that says merch. Click that. It'll redirect you to our merch store. There you'll find an ensemble of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, hats, and drinkware, all emblazoned with Red Dirt's imagery. There are a few ensemble shirts that also have Shenanigans Unplugged imagery on it for those of you that like our show here. I mean, so you can sport those, wear those. Very soft shirts, very good quality t-shirts, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
So not a bad buy, and also goes to support what we do.
Wonderful. Fantastic. Well, any other comments before we delve into recap with Simple and tonight's episode? No.
I love last week's the synopsis. It was so riveting. Awesome.
We didn't do much.
We did enough, okay?
We did.
We did
very
enough.
We did enough to break the internet.
Yes.
That's true.
So anyways, we're going to go into thanking our sponsors, Producer Cuts and STWay Gaming. And then we'll come back with Simple's recap. We'll see you guys in about 2 minutes.
Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook.
Alrighty, and we are back. So Simple, we are on to you for a recap.
Okie dokie. So, last time on Mysteries of Beatrix, our heroes were celebrated by the crew of the ship that they saved for, defeating the Squid Army. Zahad got a letter from his daughter, Quillen, addressing she made it to ISO's node and was there helping keep them going. Melt sent a message to his father asking for amnesty, or temporary amnesty, for Kieran's funeral and about the middle section of Drentachin. And he got
that's right, yeah.
not great news as far as you have to talk to the Kraken about that, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, hold on. You dropped.
And he's gone.
Everybody dropped. Yep. I know. I'm sorry. You're back.
All right. What was I saying? Yes, Nisara faced her fear of water and learned to drown herself for the greater good. Except for there wasn't much drowning because Murphy is amazing and cast water breathing on everybody. And then proceeded to walk while Zahad proceeded to fly, and only Melt stayed with Nisara, and everybody else went off and did their own thing. Rude. Anyway, we showed up and we met with the Kraken, and the Kraken said that Melt could stay if he didn't set foot in a library. He didn't go in the palace again. And what was the third one? Oh, exchange for a favor. Yet to be determined.
Yeah, payback of debt. Yeah.
And I believe that the last place we were talking about was how to circumnavigate the technical aspects of the deal he just made with the Kraken. Rather lightheartedly, I think.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I think the technical last thing we had was a flashback of Melt in the Kraken's library, looking for a book
that's right.
that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like what? But it was an empty spot, Andrew. Like it should have been there, but it wasn't there. Okay, so it's supposed to be there.
That is correct. As we come back in, as our group of intrepid adventurers. Yes, Dawn, that is correct. Once a month you can roll and send it and use it instead of a party's roll. So you can actually send that beforehand or
roll it right now.
Roll it right now if you want and determine what it's for. So we can definitely use that, and they would greatly appreciate it because sometimes their luck is not there. So
Dawn has a question in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I just answered.
I know.
Oh, you're fine.
A little slow here. I was just.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's a question.
me.
Yeah.
I'm reading my notes, man. I got to be caught up as Zahad, who's
Mhm.
much smarter than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Lord Marquis's mattress was confiscated because it's illegal to for down-containing mattresses to exist here in Tachin. So we need to buy you a new mattress
Hmm.
for your four-poster bed that's in your bag of holding.
But as the group is coming out of the palace, walking up towards them, covered in seaweed and barnacles, and looks like some anemones. You know,
He was gone that long. Did he fall into Drista's realm? Did he time travel? Do you know how long it takes for a barnacle to seed?
It was very deep.
I mean,
God,
there are parts that don't move on him like a ship, so deep underwater. So
Magic barnacles.
Magic barnacle.
Uh,
I get out my magic tweezers and crush those off like you're a lobster.
Descaler.
I appreciate that, Nisara. Marquis, I apologize for my lateness. Did I miss much?
Yes.
I trust you will fill me in as I on a need-to-know basis.
Yes. While we're walking, Zahad will just be filling him in.
Yep.
No, walks away.
Exactly. But I'll nod at Nisara if she gets those things off me and stuff. Thank you. Do we know what time the ceremony? Are we allowed? Melt, are you allowed to attend the ceremony for Kieran?
Yes, that has been arranged.
That is tonight, or I'll look around to the group and.
Believe so. Yeah.
Very good.
Yep.
We have a place where we are staying, or where are we off to now?
I imagine that arrangements could probably be made back at.
I can handle any arrangements as long as we can find a reputable hotel.
That's fair.
Marquis, are you well? You look a little famished. We should get some nutrition into you.
It has been some time since I had carbs. Yes.
You have been walking quite a bit. It looks. We should find a place to rest.
I learned how to tighten my belt one notch. It was incredible.
That is incredible. Yeah.
It is now, instead of being all the way out extended, it is now one. And you notice it is actually the first one was actually the very end of the belt, like it was personally added. Yeah. So it's only, like a little bit. It's not like a full belt.
I really liked this belt because it went really well with my shoes. Anyway.
Very good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Following Melt.
Yes.
We're visit your family, or
Yes, I believe I at least owe a warning to my father.
Didn't you already send him the letter?
No, he told. Last time on Mysteries of Beatrix, Melt threw his father the whole way under the bus.
Again, yes. Zahad. Yes.
Oh, I missed that for my recap.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
So if you're following him, that's where he's going. I'm going to their place.
Father. Bus. Bam.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I think we'll just follow you. Yeah, it's good.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty easy enough. That you guys have a home down here, and so you take them to basically your church estate underwater.
We're Lower City, right? This is. I'm sorry. This is Lower. Okay, so.
Yep. About the size of Zahad's place, except all underwater.
Just as a side question, Andrew, considering how deep underwater we are there essentially like wild fish that are like pigeons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just all over the place.
Oh yeah, they just kind of swim through everything.
Okay.
Aren't
Just
we
checking.
walking in air bubbles? Isn't that a thing?
It is not really an air bubble. It just feels like it. For those that need it. For those that do not, they do not have it.
It's almost like forms to your skin. It's almost like a very, just barely off the, like a force field of sorts, but it's... Yeah.
Yep. That is very much what has happened. So you begin walking as you guys move through. There are multiple large estates that Melt has walking you by on the moving, waterway leading to his family's estate. As you get to it, the water is a little bit more turbulent than the rest of the city.
My dear, I need to get my umbrella.
I look at Murphy when I feel the turbulence.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Inspiration, emissary.
Woohoo!
Very nice.
As you all are walking through, as you reach forward for the gates, Melt, there is a flash, almost as if lightning strikes underwater, and you feel
Roll
kind of a rumble.
66s.
And then suddenly there are two blades once again at your back.
That's nice.
Hey,
And
I
that
thought we
flash
got
of
all
light.
this out of our system.
Hello.
Do we see guards approach?
No, it wasn't guards. It's his brother and his sister once again.
Melt was at the front. We were following him.
Yeah,
No.
they just appear.
Them.
They
the
just
sides
appear
of Brandon
behind
Smith?
him.
Okay.
Mel,
Oh.
does your family know no other way to greet you?
Seems
quite
my
concerned.
siblings were slow on getting the memo, apparently.
No memo was received.
No, that's fine. The Kraken has... I've been given permission to exist in Druntachen for a few days.
We know.
Sometimes without like pointy things shoved in my back. Hopefully,
I think.
Where's the
Zahad-
fun in that?
yes, I know it's become quite the game at this point.
I think Zahad will raise his voice extremely loudly. Children, you will behave in my presence.
As they turn around and see you, and they're like, right away, Zahad. So sorry.
Great.
Melt father is expecting you in the study.
Oh, I'm sure he is, and I do have news for him. Yeah, no, we.
Oh
need to
no,
talk.
no, there is no news.
Oh, there is. If
Oh,
you
no.
haven't heard. Oh. Wait, hold on. He heard about that, but you haven't heard about. Okay. Anyway, on we go.
As the gate opens, you begin walking through almost a forest of coral reefs with fish and just pretty around, dolphins and things swimming and crabs, crustaceans, all kinds of sea life, just kind of existing and meandering through this coral forest of multicolored.
I have a very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Do the dolphins have little bubbles around their blowholes? Because they breathe air.
But they can get to the surface quickly
And
and
they
hold
can-
their breath a really long time.
Yeah, but I think as we're
Yes.
walking, Andrew, I would actually whisper to, well, not whisper, but I'll bend down and ask Melt. I'll say, I know they are your siblings, but if you require any assistance with them, please just look my way. I will be happy to take care of them. For you.
It's mostly harmless banter, more or less. Especially now that I've not currently excommunicated from the city.
They do not seem to show you the proper respect, and
Let's blink once if you want us to attack. Blink twice if you're okay.
You'll have to forgive them. My past indiscretions have caused Caused
do
my
not have to
family a
say-
bit of loss of face.
Yes,
You-
but unfortunately for them, you're currently within my realm and domain,
And-
my purview,
and mine.
and that would be a diplomatic incident.
Very true. You just have to say the word. I will be happy to
Plus,
help
if
out.
if they think threats are fun, we can make this a jolly good time.
Yes.
Can
But
we not?
that does go both ways there.
Yeah, y'all got
Nasara.
alligators here? I can turn into an alligator real quick. Things will get fun.
I don't know
Anyway,
if
you may-
There's a lot of teeth.
It's more salt water here.
You could be a saltwater alligator.
That's
Oh, so
fair.
you have like crocodiles, like saltwater crocs. Okay. I think I know what those are.
Okay.
Nothing scarier than a giant pink saltwater crocodile.
As you
Right.
walk, Teardrop moves over to you, Zahad, and begins just a little bit of small talk, asking about your trips and endeavors and what her brother has been up to.
Zahad plays Melt up in every chance he can. Not by a huge degree more than what was real, but some gold filigree around the edges. But yeah, I just have pleasant conversation.
And as you are walking, Emissary, Silvermark approaches you and just kind of whistles. That's a impressive maul on your back, sir.
Thank you. It is sufficient for my needs.
Maybe you and I should have a sparring session later.
Diplomatic incident.
I look at Zod.
Wouldn't it be a diplomatic
Perhaps.
incident to refuse?
Perhaps later, if there is time and in our schedule, perhaps. Yes, I would enjoy that. As I look at Zahad, yeah.
And he's
Not
still just
today.
talking
Today.
with Teardrop.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you guys walk through the coral forest, you get to the front doors, you walk up the staircase and inside, and as you enter, you are instantly inside a large air cavity, as well as no water actually goes into the house, even though windows and doors open and close. As you step in, you are completely dry.
Oh, thank goodness.
And Do says, Melt, right this way.
Yes.
If I
Yes.
may, I would enjoy being within your father's presence once again.
I think that can be arranged as well. Is everybody accompanying, or are some of you going to follow Teardrop to the kitchen?
I will accompany the Marquis and Melt.
Emissary, we
I
are
like-
safe here.
Oh.
And please grab some maybe small sandwiches from the kitchen, perhaps some little crumpets.
Extra
As you-
cucumber?
As you wish.
Like
Marquis.
after he volunteered to go with Melt, then they brought up the kitchen. He just
Yes, of course. I'll go with the others. Yeah, whoever's going that way.
So we split. We'll go with Teardrop first. Who all is accompanying her? So Emissary, Nasara, Murphy. Yep. As you guys walk through, she leads you underneath a grand staircase through a door in the back into a grand kitchen with a almost a full charcuterie board with mini sandwiches and cookies kind of spread laid out at a kind of bar with some stools, and she walks over and just kind of starts kind of picking through the sandwiches, and she looks up and says, "My brother Do says you all with Kieran when the accident happened?
Well, not us
Adjacently.
exactly. We were.
He
Accident?
We happened upon it.
he valiantly gave up his life to defend his comrades. He was very valiant and brave, and he will be missed.
It's not often that a adopted one of Drentachin gets this kind of rights. Almost unheard of.
Well, I suppose that comes with being a sole survivor of a great incident. Could you give us some more information about that?
Yeah. Some 10-ish years ago, there were multiple attacks on the mountainside. What was his name? The dragon. She sits there kind of fiddling with the food. Well, yeah, whatever his name was. And she continues kind of munching on a cookie. A group of about 15 to 20 from several of the churches and marchers went to investigate, including Kieran and his wife.
Oh, we know that. Anyway, go ahead.
And yeah, they were ambushed, and somehow he was the only one to return. Not much more is really, at least from what I know, spoken of it.
Sorry, just clicked in because I was writing down notes of what was going on. Did Kieran have a wife?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we know that? Okay.
That wasn't in my intel. Somebody's getting fired.
I mean, Melt knew that. I think he was the only one who knew that.
Melt's getting fired.
Again?
Melt's made of water. He doesn't fire very easily.
He's getting steamed.
That's all right.
I'll
teach the man to boil.
Yeah. Is this Dewdrop?
Oh my.
Is this Tear? No, who's this?
This is Teardrop. Yep.
This is the older sister. Then is she? I'm just curious. Is she acting like she's having trouble remembering, or she's kind of but not a show like she can't remember? But
give me
I don't
a
know,
perception or insight.
Oh, probably both. Well, perception's a little bit better. I'll try that. Like, is she just playing up the fact she doesn't know? Because that dragon thing, you'd think she would have known what that was. 15. Not great,
15. I'll actually give a roll.
It's not showing up on the thing up, and I'll try to fix that.
As you're looking at her, you can't quite tell whether she's being
All the same, yeah.
like intentionally forgetful or if she actually doesn't remember. You can't quite. You've been around Zahad long enough and his family that sometimes there's things that they don't mention and play it off as they forgot.
Yeah.
And then you also have things where Zahad plays it off as he remembers, and he's definitely forgotten.
Yeah, so
like how to tie his shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Or get a belt on, or yes. Yeah.
So
because I'm kind of staring at her as she says, but my head will kind of cock, and I'll look at like at Murphy, and then I'll look at Nashara, then back at her. But I can't quite.
Yeah, can't kind of get a grasp on what is actually happening with her.
Okay.
Does Drentachin often have issues with dragons?
Not in my lifetime.
But in Kieran's.
Apparently. He fought one.
What was Kieran?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what. He didn't go into much detail about what happened back then, but you don't know anything about dragon attacking or
As I said, it's some no-name little meaningless dragon out in the foothills. Like,
I wish I was there.
No name meaningless dragon that killed everyone he knew and loved.
But we know the dragon name. I mean, because we've heard Todd say Enavaros, right? I mean, we would. Yeah, I think if she says again, then he will say, "It is Enavaros. That is the dragon's name."
Everybody, as you mentioned that name, give me a perception check that is in that room.
I am surprised you do not remember.
I'm surprised at emissary's forwardness. That was a natural 1 for a total of 3. I was just like, oh, emissary getting spicy.
Hey, I got a 24.
Murphy, you definitely see the shiver run down her spine.
Yeah, just an 8.
Murphy and emissary, you both see that. Yeah.
Well, it was just an 8, so I didn't.
An 8. Okay, yeah. So Murphy, you definitely see it though. Like at the mention of that name, you can definitely see that it's a sore subject. It's something that is not mentioned. That name is kind of like a taboo thing.
Is it? Do you not like saying his name out loud because it's, taboo, unspoken? Like, you can be honest. We're not from here, so we're not used to your customs. So if we say Enavaros again, does that just really unsettle you?
Enavaros? Is that
lightning?
Lightning.
Like immediately as you say that, like she drops her cup and it like drops on the ground and shatters.
I will.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Is there a reason we shouldn't say that?
I'll prestidigitation, clean it up, mend it, all that good stuff. But
anyways, I think we're having a banquet in his honor before the ceremony this evening. I need to go get ready.
Kind of an insight check.
Uh-huh.
Just ignored my entire question. Okay.
I don't think there's an insight needed.
16.
She is very much intentionally avoiding your question. That this was you can kind of sense that this is an event that has shaped a lot of the young people in Druntachin, and is something that was uncommon at the time for something not to be resolved in this manner. And so a lot of it has been hush-hush, kept secret. But you also get a little bit of a different sense as well of profound sadness from her. And you almost catch a tear as she, in her eyes, welling up as she says she needs to go get ready for his funeral.
I say nothing.
yeah, like she walks away. She leaves us alone, unattended in this kitchen.
There's servants and things that are walking in and around doing things, but yeah, for the most part, unattended.
Do we have the bag of holding?
Steal the snacks.
Yeah, I was going to load up on a ton of snacks for Zahad. Yeah.
I mean, just put the whole charcuterie board in the bag.
Yeah. Zahad, would you have given me the bag to hold?
Well,
I'm holding.
They did say make ourselves at home.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. So I have the bag. Yeah. So
I will take a single sandwich, and then you can put the rest in the bag.
Oh gosh. Murphy, I'm sure you want to eat more than.
So,
I'll let Murphy grab some stuff too.
I'm loading up on biscuits and turkey and.
There's some gravy over here too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does anyone want to better get to know our friend Melt by poking around his ancestral home?
That sounds awesome. That sounds like a great idea.
Excuse me.
And as that happens, we switch back as the door opens and you see a water elemental in the study reading and writing notes as the door opens and Melt and Zahad are ushered in by Melt's brother, Dew.
If I remember correctly, Zahad has a very decently close relationship with him, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. What is his name?
Title.
Title. Thank you.
Mhm. And the mother is Alvara. As he comes in, Du bows and says, Your Excellence, presenting Marquis Zahad and his retainer, your son Melt.
That's
And he
Sir
bows.
Melt.
And he bows and walks out and shuts the door. As Title doesn't move, but suddenly his face is now towards you.
He popped it inside out.
Uh-huh.
Boom.
Yep. Welcome. Welcome, Marquis. It's a pleasure to meet you again. Unfortunately, once again, under the wrong circumstances.
It is hard in these times, of course, though I would note, Title, my friend, please greet your son.
But of course, Melt, it seems that your meeting with the Kraken has gone amicably.
Yes.
The banishment seems to have been rescinded for the moment.
Melt's just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Just.
Did you have to let it be known who the funeral was for?
Real quick. Out of game hand. Was Melt the one who said that, or was it Zahad or one of the others?
No, it was Melt.
It's me.
It was 100% Melt.
It was absolutely me.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was. That's what I came back here for.
It's fine. They were going to find out eventually. It's just we were trying to ascertain a few more prestigious rights for Kieran that wouldn't have been necessarily given had it been forthwith known that it was for him, since he was not Drintachan born.
I'm sorry, Father.
Accidents happen.
It was
Luckily.
the only way for us to come and say goodbye to our friend. Title, I'm sure you understand.
I do, and I know it is difficult, especially Melt owning up to his past endeavors and mistakes and paying recompense. I mean, he has not been in front of the Kraken since that incident where I intervened. So it is good of him to finally step up and do his job, as it were to say, and rectify his mistake.
If I may be so bold in this quiet room with just the three of us.
Please speak freely. We are friends at this point. I mean,
Why is
you are with my son.
Why is the history of Druntachan, Sidu, Drista, and Spadanda, which is hidden away, why is it hidden away if it is just history which we should study and is extremely valuable to all within the city?
Is that the book you were after, Melt?
No, not necessarily. I'm just curious.
It's not that it's hidden away, it's that it is the private collection of the Kraken, and that there are things in there that are for the court mages and librarians, and for the Kraken to know and to pass down and to divvy out as it seems fit.
Okay, cool. I make a checklist of everybody who gonna have that information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That'll be a side quest later. We need to rough up one of these guys till they tell us what we want to know.
Yep.
But Title, me and the Krakens also spoke, and there may be an accord at some point. Would this not be something valuable for someone in my position to know as well? If this is for the best of Druntachin, of course, and for the best of Abkirk.
Potentially. I'm not actually privy to everything in that library either.
But you are privy to that book.
Which book specifically? There's several in there over. Which book were you trying to find, Melt?
This is a personal intrigue of mine. I brought it before the Krakens, and they spoke to me, telling me that it was need to know information, using much more words and much more flattery. Yo, out of game hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm trying to cover for you, man. Shut up.
I know.
Shut up.
It's fine.
But title, please. How about we have we continue this talk over a game of cards or perhaps chess? It has been some time.
As the hot stomach rumbles.
Yeah. Please don't mind that.
Marquise, before you do that, I would like to ask, Father, I'd like to ask you one question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're aware of if you heard about the slip I had, I'm sure you know the stipulations of my continued stay. I spoke to you in my message. I've had something of a revelation from Sidhu. And in past, I caused everyone a bit of grief by trying to go off on my own and not really taking into consideration other people's, the cost it would have, or cost my actions might have on others. Do you think it would cause more trouble for you all or for everyone together if I were to go poke around for something that doesn't officially exist?
Depends on where this thing that doesn't exist is.
Behind the Temple of Drista.
Behind the Temple of Drista? The one in the upper city or the lower?
Okay. Out of game. Which one?
Did we communicate about this at all?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. He's kept it under his hat until now.
Yeah, I don't have anything about Temple Drista.
Yeah, no.
Really quickly, could Zahad crunch the numbers on the odds of whether one temple versus the other is older, thusly that much more likely to have secrets?
Yes. Give me a history check. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to learn all your secrets.
Okay, I mean...
Partially the reason I don't want to leave you alone, not that I can't trust you, obviously, but...
I mean...
excuse me, Andrew. Oops. Okay, very good. Boop. Boop-doop. Boop, 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 boop.
You know that
I actually built this temple.
Yeah, the upper city is newer, and was built specifically for other people to come and worship. So if you're looking for something secretive, it's going to be in the lower cities.
I'll just kind of give I imagine we're like a 3-point conversation pit currently.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and Dad, and then Melt's over here, so we got the 3. I shoot Melt like a nod, and I point down with my finger.
I believe it's probably the lower city, Father.
I mean, you are a cleric of Sidhu. I mean, to deny you access to temples is...
I wouldn't necessarily need access to the temple. I
or
believe it
that
has to do
area.
with stairs behind, but yes.
There's no stairs behind that temple.
Then it may just be a simple jaunt down there to confirm that something doesn't exist. Then
I mean, I've been through there before. I've never been able to detect stairs or anything leading up. You know, the only way to the upper city is by the chutes.
I think this is less stairs up, Father, than more stairs down.
Okay. I mean, you weren't directly told that you couldn't visit the temples. They said libraries and the castle,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So, I think that's... I don't see any problem with it. But it might be an endeavor better saved for after the service this evening.
Yes. I would not want to miss the service because we got caught up in something.
Or arrested. Or thrown out.
All of those.
And he kind of chuckles, and the whole body of water moves with the chuckle.
Ooh. I didn't realize I was in your embrace this whole time, Tidal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I tend to expand and fill wherever I'm at.
As water would.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Tidal.
yes.
Out of game again. What is his official title? Like, who is he? What is he?
So his official title is he is the Archdiocese of the Church of Spandana, he and his wife.
Right. Okay.
And then the sister is just below them as an archdiocese bishop.
I don't see any raiments on him right now. Oh, but he's home. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
You're fine.
Trying to think. Go, Melt. You're good. You're good. I'm sorry.
Melt's handled. Yeah, no, I'm
trying to figure out a way of convincing him to, like, show us where you work. And then maybe we, got lost. But I don't think that's going to work.
You've seen where he works.
And it's the wrong temple, because he works in the Temple of Spandana.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Don't worry. Now I'm becoming Zahad. Do you see this?
That's
still man powerful position. I think Zahad's going to try and level with him a little bit that there's dark things going on. So I think while he's speaking with his son, which we're all about, more communication, child and father. Oh my goodness. I think Zahad will just go, Tidal, there are ill gatherings about. You're aware of this, correct?
I have been hearing rumors more and more. And that the burning ice monstrosity is back as well.
Hey, Daddy! Hey,
Yeah?
my hair's gone! Gone!
What's gone? Her hairbrush.
Does that mean inspiration? I don't think we saw her yet, did we?
We had it.
Haven't seen her.
It's in the
Not yet.
Yes.
Come on, give me the...
Oh, you're good. You're just fine. I brushed her hair this morning, so... Yep.
Ah, all right. Guess probably no inspiration. Oh. 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 Darn. All right. My group that I've put together, we've been investigating this in a number of ways.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is uncovering secrets that are better known to the world. If this is something we can use against our growing enemy, I would greatly appreciate the opportunity.
We definitely should have a conversation then. But we need probably a few more present for that to transpire. Let me reach out to the leaders of Drista. Maybe even a librarian should be present. That might be important. Let me see. Maybe we can get a small council together and share the informations that we have.
Well, in that case, we may need to have an extension on Melt's.
Melt's is
stay.
indefinite. Unless
Yes.
he breaks the accord, it is indefinite. His banishment is rescinded until such a time as either A, he refuses to do the deed that the Kraken has asked of him, or B, he breaks one of the accords, and then the banishment will be...
Yes, but if an enemy, let's say, teleports him into the library he shouldn't be in, well then...
You don't think magic leaves traces, Zahad?
I'm speaking... Of course, I know you understand this. I simply wager that... And blah, 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 and then talk more.
Yeah. And we switch back to Emissary, Nasara, and Murphy wandering around Melt's estate. You end up going upstairs, downstairs. You see rooms with toys and a full, 3 big rooms, libraries full of books. Then you see out in the courtyard a group of soldiers that are squaring off and practicing their steps and maneuvers. And then you also see a set of individuals in formal gear marching through paces. Seems getting ready for the endeavor tonight.
The endeavor?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the other two are looking for, but I'm looking for something like... I imagine it's been a long time since Melt's been here. I presume the last time he was here, he was in his "it's not a phase" I'm looking for keep out, caution, do not cross this, like the really dramatic door signs.
There are none. You think Tidal and his mother,
Just something that
Elvira,
would
would let
indicate
that happen in their home?
something that would indicate where his actual room is.
There is no indication of anybody's room.
There's no glowing sign that says this is the one?
Man. Excuse me, can I just flag down a random maid or something?
Mhm.
We're here. We're friends of Melt. He told us to wait in his room for him.
Give me a persuasion.
I'm gonna go with this. Persuasion.
That's a lie.
Not
That's a fat lie.
Deception. Okay, I'll give you deception.
Dirty 20.
Master Melt doesn't have a domicile here.
He doesn't? How strange. Is this not his family home?
Yes,
But he doesn't have a room here.
because he's not a follower of Spendanda.
Well, then, can you please take us to his room as a follower of Sidu?
Yeah, it's at the Siduian temple.
Oh.
That seems so inconvenient.
Master Melt has not been here since he became a clergy of Sidu.
Hmm.
This is the first time he's been here in 9 years.
Oh.
I look around me at this massive house that you said when we got here is the size of Zahad's house. And he has 4 wives and how many children? Or four spouses and how many children?
The 2 wives and one
husband.
husband.
And how many children? And he's
lot.
probably got rooms for all of them. And they don't have a single room for Melt. I see why he left.
Get your New York accent going on. I get New York.
As the maid, as you're just berating her, she's just like,
No,
ma'am,
no, I'm not berating her. This is Jessica. Hi.
Okay,
This is
okay.
Jessica talking. This is not Nasara. Nasara does not blame the help. It's not her fault. Well, is there anywhere where we could... Actually, in that case, do you know where Miss Teardrop's room is? She kind of ran off in a hurry. And I
yes,
wanted to
it's
start.
this way.
Oh.
And
Is
she leads you down the hall and to around a corner into a huge area with a nice big like open living room and then huge double doors.
And yet no room for Melt. I can see where it all went. Is she actually in here getting ready, or did she totally bounce?
No, so this is like a large sitting area in front of her room, and then her room is through the double doors.
Oh.
And they're closed, I presume.
Yo, Nasara, chill. Be nice to my future wife.
You're the one who called her a child.
I said children.
Still.
They're behaving like children. You call them out for being children. It's totally normal.
Yeah, that's totally normal. Okay.
She's
Water
older than
Genasi's like
Mel.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's older than Melt. It's okay. Are Emissary or Murphy interested in some shenanigans?
He'll
Yes,
go along
please.
with. I mean, he has no.
Yes, please.
He's fine with. Yeah.
What?
Yes, please.
I would like to wait for the maid to go about her way, and then I would like to listen at the door and see if I can hear anything.
Give me a perception at disadvantage through the door.
I will keep watch.
So
Actually,
what actually is...
Nasara, as you go to do that, hold on.
As I go to do that, Dice Fairy? It's a Pico!
Yeah, saw kid. Get that inspiration. Yeah, that's child.
Are you taking that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd she think?
I had a piece of her pizza.
Oh. Okay, so I did get a 17 on that perception, but
Okay.
tell me how the door swings open and I fall into her tits or something.
No. So as you go, because you have magic eyes, you see that the door is protected by magic so that you cannot hear or see or open the door
Always
without the
something. Always
password.
something with this guy.
She is a archdiocese bishop. You think she's going to let things just happen?
Try Zahad.
Okay, hold on. We got this. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. I would like to walk to one of the walls on the or first, I would like to knock on the door.
Okay.
Is there a response?
A mouth appears on the door. May we help you?
Is Miss Teardrop in?
She is.
Lick the wall.
You just French it.
Like the
No. All right. We were just checking on her. She seemed a little upset when we parted ways earlier. We won't bother her then.
She did seem upset, didn't she?
Yes, it's very much a shame.
You're here to check on her?
Well, we were wanting to, were we not, Murphy and Emissary, wanting to check on our dear friend Teardrop?
Oh yes, we were very concerned for her emotional well-being.
She is not our friend.
As you can see, we're working on it.
The door is literally like, it's like, oh yeah, and then Emissary opens up and says that, and he's like, wait, what?
We have we are.
Which is it? Are you friends concerned for Teardrop, or are you not?
We are acquainted.
We gotta get these two to make amends. They said some things they didn't really mean, and
I believe that she did cry in our presence, and we wish to rectify that.
See, he'd be crying too if it was possible for him to do so. But
I have no
you poor man, that you don't have feelings of that regard. Yes, you need help.
He has feelings, you just can't show them.
And the doors swing open.
Y'all are dumb.
Oh.
Just real quiet, like, is she, like, when the doors open, is she right there?
Mm-mm. You walk in and you see basically a lavish, like almost like tower with like stairs leading up, another kind of sitting room, kind of a small kitchenette area. It's almost like it's a house inside a house here, for her.
You know, I feel like they could have taken one of these floors and given them to Melt. Don't you think so? Like, don't you think he could have had one floor, one room, perhaps? Very interesting.
It does seem a little excessive.
Is there like
This is ostentatious.
a bookshelf or something with like curios, any pictures, any like anything to give some life to this place?
As you look around, yes, there is some bookshelves. There is a couple of pictures on like tables. There is a family portrait on the wall of the whole family, including Melt.
Okay, but are they like far away sad, or are they like actually happy?
Yeah, they seem happy. You also see a broken sword on a mantle, and it seems to have a fresh, having been put there fresh, like it's new. Doesn't kind of match the rest of the decor. And you see several like tissues wadded up kind of around.
Oh, poor Teardrop. She's living up to her namesake. Given a glance around with my beautiful magic eyes, does anything seem like if we touch it, it's gonna scream?
No.
Cool.
I think I would walk over to the sword because it's a weapon and he likes weapons. He wants to just take a look at that just to
do we
see how finely crafted it is. And
do we recognize that blade? Is that a blade we recognize from our dear fallen friend?
oh,
It is.
Oh.
wait a minute. Are these two an item or something? No, is that? No?
Well, I mean, could have been.
Hope not.
It might have been unrequited, you know.
Yeah.
But
because why would she have it here though? Well, I guess he was part of. No, yeah, he's part of this. Or that's true. Okay.
He
A
was
fallen hero.
He was
Yeah.
a part of her brother's platoon.
Yeah.
Yes, but she has not her brother.
Mm-hmm.
Is she the secret wife?
No.
Yes.
No.
The secret wife.
She's the
Teardrop
secret
told us
lover.
Was killed by the dragon, or didn't return from the attack from the dragon.
Or did she?
But like I said, it could have been unrequited.
Yeah.
Any papers or anything around here? Come on, give me something. Give me something juicy. Give me like a diary where she cries about how much she loved him.
Give me an investigation check.
Or
She does that.
Oh,
Yeah.
real quick. I
Sorry.
am gonna do a perception to make sure she's not like coming down the stairs.
Yeah. Emissary will gingerly kind of pick up the
And that is a 5, so I do
the
not
sword.
care. For the investigation check, oh, that's a 7. That's not great.
You can use Dawn's 19.
Dad, can I use your 19 for this? We're gonna have to wait a minute for him to.
I guess I'll give the room a quick sniff.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Smell anything out of the ordinary in here? Perception check.
Yep.
So? I'm gonna use inspiration to reroll that. Hold on a second.
What'd you get?
12.
Go ahead, reroll. I got you. I've been stocking up. I can keep you guys going again.
He says it's up to the party.
Okay, 17.
17.
You were meant to use it.
You actually feel like Kieran is in the room. Like it smells like Kieran. Yeah.
Oh wow. And I am going to pick up the sword by its hilt, and I'm just going to kind of stare at it as I think of Kieran.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can see there's some sadness there. If I can show.
Well,
sadness.
Can't be coming from him. It's got to be something like clothes.
Follow your nose. Follow your beautiful nose, Murphy.
I'm just gonna go bloodhound.
As
you
I'm
smell
like
something, Murphy?
rifling through papers.
As you go following your nose, Murphy, you do find like a bottle of like cologne.
Oh,
that's why it smells like him. That's just sad. Oh, that doesn't make me feel good at all.
Yeah, she just wants to wallow. Poor thing.
I'm just gonna put it back like I didn't find it.
She could be drinking it.
Why would?
Very high alcohol content in some clones.
She could be using it to treat her wounds. We learned that recently.
Well, I'm guessing since it's cologne, it's gonna be smelling it. You're not even here, Zahads. I don't know why you're talking.
He's not even here, Murphy. I don't know why you're responding to him.
Oh, shut up!
Who's this calling you speak of? Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Should we try to make ourselves known, or shall we? I'm not finding anything particularly useful on this desk.
Yeah, what was your plan, by the way? I was just following your lead. You seemed like you had an idea of what was going on.
Well, I was hoping we could snoop on Melt's stuff. I feel like he might have something good and juicy, but since he's
This is all like funeral depression.
Yeah, maybe we should go look for Dew's room. Do you think he also has a secret shrine to Kieran?
I don't know. That they loved him here apparently. So
yeah, I see that. I mean, do you think the Krakens have a secret shrine to Kieran? Everybody knows who he is. I mean, he was a great guy.
Yeah.
Do they love him, or does she love him? This is confusing. I have not seen this type of behavior. It just
we should go break into someone else's room and see if they do have the shrine. Let's go.
Very well.
That sounds like a sound thing to do.
I feel like starting a fire. Does anybody else feel like starting a fire? Let's go.
I do like fire, but we should probably not start one place.
We are underwater, technically speaking.
That's right. Yeah.
The smoke will alert her to our presence.
We'll
draw them out with smoke.
As you guys are there talking, you hear steps coming down.
Casual.
And they're all gone.
We run. We run.
Oh. Oh, wow. That was definitely interesting. Got most of you back. Corey and Michael.
I'm like Boromir dropping Narsil, and there's Aragorn watching me. Yeah.
Out from behind the desk, not touching anything. Put the sword down.
Oh, Zahad is not there either. Okay, where did he go? Show on stream. There we go.
Oh God! Look at this app. I'm here.
As you do that, everybody give me a deception check to act casual.
Yo, we broke
30-20.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's 12.
Reroll.
11.
Reroll.
No, this is better.
This is better. 11. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll keep.
As she comes down, Murphy, you're like still sniffing the perfume. Emissary, you're like still holding the broken sword.
Like I haven't dropped it yet.
Yeah.
Over there.
And I'm just casually looking at the family portrait.
Yep.
And Madam Teardrop, we were worried about you. You seemed upset. I'm sorry for the intrusion. Your door was very kind and let us in, but when we didn't see you, we
started perusing through my stuff.
Well, I thought it smelled something familiar.
And Kieran's sword.
These items, do they belong to you, Teardrop?
No judgment.
You're not the only one who lost somebody. Please talk.
Yeah.
He was a dear friend to us.
What you have there, Murphy, was not his per se. It is just what smelled like him.
No, I'm pretty sure he had a bottle of this.
That would make sense. That is one of his swords, though, brought back with him. As she sits down in a chair, kind of puts her hands over her face.
There.
I took it. Couldn't.
There.
It's just not fair.
What's not fair, Teardrop? Talk. You're safe.
In between tears, you hear her kind of stutter that he lost everything, and yet he kept trying to improve things. Anytime he got paid, he sent the money to the orphans in Abkirk.
A very noble soul was he. Very terrible with money. Not that the orphans are. We'll talk about it later. You'll either find it very endearing or very funny. Well, it'll be a great story for the wake.
Never got to tell him
that you loved him.
And just full on. Yeah.
There. We came for shenanigans and we got feelings. Oh no!
This is terrible. I hate this.
Oopsie poopsied into drama. We were
make that fire.
As we switch back down, Melt and Zahad, you have been excused from Title's presence as he still has things to do, and told that there will be a banquet out on the veranda in a few hours, and that you are free to roam the estate. until then.
I need my roaming shoes. Where is emissary?
They're in the bag. Yeah.
Hmm?
Nothing. Nothing. Just a thought to myself, Melt. Let's
see.
go and just roam. Is there anything here you'd like to show me?
It
Or
has
is there a
been.
quieter spot you'd like to go for us to speak?
I think I've told you just about everything that I know. You know, kind of where I would like to. Well, with your blessing, explore here if we have time.
I feel a disturbance in the force. I feel that my small joke of marrying your sister has gone off terribly. So, yes, let's go. Lead me where you wish.
It's been far too long since I have been here. I am afraid I'm probably as much of a stranger here as you are.
Actually, I know him, and hey, I know. Yeah, I actually know a few people here. It's crazy.
So how about you show me around then? If you seem this familiar.
I'm like pointing at like portraits or paintings or on something on the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Huh,
That's her
okay.
father, though. That's incredible. I think I know him.
You point to a great uncle, and yeah, we had tea on such and such a day.
He could never write. Whenever he wrote letters, he never used the word "why." I think it's so interesting.
Never knew that.
Pretty uneventful for you guys if you guys are just kind of wandering.
Yes.
The
We
help
wander.
kind of avoids.
Yeah, we're just walking
you.
around.
Yep. Eventually,
Wait, the help avoids us?
They don't like avoid you, but like they walk by and then they kind of like go around, like they keep doing what they're doing.
Like some of them have trays of food. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have it? Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. They're walking through and heading out to set up for the banquet, and everything is going by.
Tighten my belt one more notch.
And it smells divine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Where they make it to the kitchen, but it's like totally cleaned out. There's nothing left on the charcuterie board because we took it.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, you started in the kitchen and it's empty. The snacks that were supposed to be to get you to that is all gone.
Knees on the ground, picking up wrappers. Why?
No.
All right, that's us. Go back to them.
Eventually, you all she kind of composes herself, and her makeup has smeared. I must fix myself before the banquet. You'll have to.
Prestidigitation. You're beautiful.
Well, thank you. That is very handy.
It is, isn't it? The sword, is it broken on purpose? I can also fix that, unless
That's the way it arrived.
If it's into, and you would like to keep it that way, we don't have to touch it.
I think it broke while he was defending Zahad.
Should we not send him to the next realm armed with his trusted weapon?
He still had multiple others.
Also, he didn't have a sword on his person. He had a spear.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Yo, that's so fake. That's a fake sword.
It could be a spear.
Yo, detect magic on that sword.
I already did. I detected magic everywhere in the room. I was told everything was clean.
Huh.
Except for that spear.
Roll for initiative. It's a mimic.
The spear that he sold his soul for. Remember that one?
The spear +3.
+2.
It was a +2,
+2.
and yeah, he sold his life savings and then some.
Yeah.
We're saving that story for the wake, you guys. We already covered it.
Yeah.
He never had a sword.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That may have been the sword that was in him.
Oh.
or planted evidence? Hold up.
I don't have a way to double
Where's his
check
character
this towards
sheet?
authenticity.
Oh yeah, I do.
Anyway, while he's fact checking, it is an unfair and sad thing what has happened to Kieran, but at least he is not in pain. He has undergone the great change, the final change. And we have an opportunity to celebrate his life and continue to carry his light into the future.
With that, she kind of straightens up and kind of pulls herself together. You're right. It's not fitting. This is just a change. A thing we welcome and celebrate.
It is okay for change to be difficult. I understand that very intimately. But not, and kind of Nassar kind of catches herself as she's being a hypocrite. Not all change is bad.
I mean, you are not wrong. The Church of Spendanda is all about the change.
And change that is different or scary can lead to good things. I learned how to swim today by drowning on purpose.
At that, she busts out laughing.
Nice.
The thought of someone not knowing how to swim to her is just absolutely absurd. And the fact that you drowned in order to learn to swim, yeah, just full on hysterical laughing.
See, there's a good change, a happy change.
She kind of pats at her eyes. You are correct. Well, I think the banquet should be soon down on the veranda.
Shall we start?
Yes.
I smell conspiracy.
Yes, we should go.
Sarah, give me an arcana.
That's a 23.
As you all are leaving the room, you get a little ping of divination from the sword.
Like divination magic?
Mm-hmm. Just for a split second.
Where did you say you got that sword from exactly?
It was with Kieran's things when he was delivered.
And how long has it been here?
But you said it was with his things when he was delivered here?
To the estate, yes.
It didn't come from like his effects from where he's from? You sure about that?
No, it was on his body.
I just saved the game. You're all welcome.
Nasara, Kieran used a spear. He didn't wield a sword.
I am not overly familiar with all of Kieran's arsenal. I did think it was rather strange, especially snapped in two the way it is. I do not remember seeing... I remember seeing a sword, but it was... and I kind of glance away from Teardrop as I don't want to get into the graphic details. But I do believe a sword was through him when we found him, not wielded in his hand. So...
Is it under... Can you detect magic, Nazar?
Divination, very briefly, which makes me fear for scrying.
Well, this is probably nothing, but I'll touch it and I'll cast Dispel Magic.
Give me a roll.
Oh,
awesome.
Oh,
Hey, do you want that 19?
Yo,
Yeah,
take that 19.
I want that 19.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
The moment your spell hits the sword, the magic that is shrouding it is removed. The non-detection. You see Nasara, the spell, unweave itself from the sword.
What was it?
A non-detection spell was
Now
placed on it. So now
its
that
true
spell,
nature should
its
be
true
revealed.
nature is revealed. The sword is actually not broken in two. It is actually a sword that is attached by a chain to the hilt. So it looked like it was two. And you, Nasara, get an immediate, like you can just see it radiating tons of magic. But also that there is divination wrapped around this sword.
We can I would like to actually I'm gonna burn a spell slot to cast Can I?
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
No, you can't. Bam!
That sword just struck you down.
I would like to I think I would like to use a spell slot to cast Identify immediately.
Yo, you want to touch that? Are
No,
you crazy?
I guess that's fair.
Teardrop already is.
I mean, we already touched it.
I already touched
She's
it.
already cursed then. Go for it.
Yeah, I want to identify it. I cast
What?
the spell. I identify immediately.
We can fix this. We can fix this later. It's okay.
We've got remove curse somewhere.
I don't have it personally, but I can figure it out.
As you cast Identify, you recognize it as a maul sword. So basically, it can swing around and slice. It has a 10-foot range. It is a +2 sword. And there are other properties about it that cannot be revealed with an Identify.
oh.
Legend lore. Ooh, ooh.
Teardrop, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I believe you've been deceived. This is not Kieran's under any circumstance. And furthermore, I think it's being utilized as a tool to not only spy upon you, but also generally put you in danger. I mean, I can't identify it with magic. I can't identify it. Emissary, would you be a dear and put that in the bag of things? In the bag of things?
I would be happy to. I'll actually take the sword. I'll put it in. And Andrew, I mean, back when like Kieran died, I just remembered. But I'm the one that picked up the spear. So actually, as it pulls out, I pull out the 2+ spear, and I will give it to Teardrop, and I will say, "This is Kieran's weapon that he died with, and I believe you should be the one to have it."
She kind of clutches it quickly to her chest and then puts it up on the mantle where the sword pieces had hung.
And we're just real quick, just magic eye, look her over. Does she look cursed? Like,
it's weird. She's not acting extremely perturbed about the cursed sword or anything yet. That's interesting.
There is no curse on it, but you do see everything is wrapped in a clear.
I want to touch it, Andrew. Andrew, I'm touching it. I'm touching it, Andrew.
I'll bring it back out.
You,
and let you.
You reach for it, and just as soon as you see it, it is gone.
Don't
wait, the sword disappeared?
No, the sword's still there, but what she was seeing.
We're gonna have a conversation about this.
And you just hear, kind of internally in your head, the clock tick.
Don't tick, you, sir?
Tick. And just as soon as it started, as you're reaching for it, it stops. And the magic is gone.
We're putting it in the bag. We're taking it. We're going to be late to the banquet, and I'm sure that Sahad is starving. And hopefully Melt is with him and well. And yes, we have stuff and things to do, very much so. Miss Teardrop, would you be so kind as to lead the way? This place is a maze.
Yes, it can be. Doesn't help that. Well, never mind. We'll get going.
As I'm like making eyes at Murphy and Emissary, like, oh my goodness, what is going on? But you're right. She is not freaking out as much as she should be freaking out. Like, is she a doppelganger? Is she fake?
Hey, I just saved the game in 2 different ways, and you guys didn't yell at me for breaking. Come on, what is this? It's only when I help you that you don't yell at me? Ah.
She probably realizes she's not with Jihad, so that's kind of comforted her. That's why she's not now.
Maybe she was never in love with Kieran. Maybe it's been a doppelganger the whole time, and this was all a ploy to buy sympathy. Maybe the real Teardrop is locked in a dungeon somewhere, crying for Zahad to come save her.
Yes.
And me, Zahad, no sandwich. Ah! Excuse me.
You all make it down and to the veranda. Melt and Zahad are already seated. Across from you is Dew, and a couple of his platoon members, a couple other church members, higher ups.
They keep walking by with the appetizer trays, but they never set one down. I'm going to go mad.
Emissary, would you be so kind? I imagine you pull out the entire charcuterie.
The entire charcuterie board, exactly, yes.
No, give me the bag. No, just give me the bag.
I'll
Just
just
in the
give
bag?
her the bag,
Give me the bag.
Yeah.
Bunk.
There's a small sword in there.
Very slowly, his stomach starts.
Oh.
Don't eat the sword, please.
Just don't think about the sword. Don't think about the sword.
Okay, I found everything edible. It was all divine, thank you. I have to ask,
That was impressive.
though, what sort of sponge cake was that large board made out of?
That was not edible.
Right.
The fibrous kind, sir.
Fibrous, yeah.
Well, I'm famished. Hopefully dinner's ready soon. Teardrop, a pleasure to see you again. Thank you for hosting my compatriots.
It was my pleasure, Marquis.
Excellent. Did anything interesting happen, Teardrop? Have we discovered anything new recently?
She
Has
quickly
there been anything
glances.
in the news?
She glances at the party of Murphy, Emissary, and Nasara, and is just like, "Nope, nothing new."
That's all right. Sometimes being, everything's steady, smooth, nothing surprising happening. That's a good way to live, I think. Ooh, they have little sandwich. No. Oh.
Go ahead.
Yes,
I do not have Mage Hand. If I had Mage Hand, I would steal you a sandwich, but I do not have Mage Hand.
No, nobody in the party has it.
I have Thorn Whip.
He cuts that kid in half, whips the sandwich back.
Give me an attack roll, sir, because a Thorn Whip is an attack.
At the sandwich, he's attacking the sandwich.
And if he rolls really bad, he's hitting something else.
The 25 to hit.
Okay. He hits the tray, and 3 sandwiches come back to you, Zahad.
Double the range, so I can hit anywhere in the room.
I guess it's time for a deck save. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, they hit you straight in the face. Yep.
Oh.
Thank you, Murphy.
You should have opened your neck mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tried not to do that in polite company.
It is quite the maw, yeah.
The maw.
Prestidigitation. You're cleaned.
Nasara, as this has all transpired, your eyes do get enchantment from around Teardrop.
Nasara, you look as if you are constipated. Are you not feeling well?
Murphy, darling.
Yeah.
You know that lovely little trick you did.
Yeah. Hey, Teardrop, can you bend down here real quick? I gotta tell you something. Just real quick. Yeah, just I'm gonna, and then I'm just gonna come up to her ear and go, "Dispel magic," and touch her face.
Give me another roll.
Okay. Is it Arcana?
It is a
Or it's a wisdom ability modifier?
It's a raw d20 plus
plus your wisdom score.
I'm gonna spend an inspiration to reroll that. That's better. 23.
Cool. You see the enchantment Nasara magic remove itself from her, and Teardrop bursts into tears.
Oh.
And then you hear her blubbering about being deceived about the weapon, and she should have known. He always used a spear.
Oh, and we're gonna take her away from the table. Real quick. Powder room. Just to any random maid. Powder room.
This has been a waiting to happen. We have a major breakthrough here, people. This is
Hallelujah.
go back about your business. Nothing to see.
Powder room.
Yep.
Room.
They take you to the powder room. Yep.
Are you okay? What was that? Are you okay? Did you do that to yourself? Has somebody hurt you? Are you okay?
Angry now. Somebody messed with my head.
Yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, and that sword, yeah, definitely cursed or something. Yeah.
Who gave it to her?
Who gave you the sword?
It was on his body.
Who brought his body?
A brother in his platoon.
Right, because he took it.
Do you know which one specifically? Because I don't believe.
The only one that I paid attention to in my brother's platoon was Kieran.
That is fair. That is fair. Let's go have a little chitty chat with your broter, and Melt can come too, but I'm talking about Dew specifically, because surely he knows who's in his platoon and who is and isn't, and might be acting weird, because this is not okay. There's magic things happening. So, fun fact, we got teleported and we kind of got splinched, and we ended up somewhere where we weren't supposed to be, and somebody ended up unconscious, and it was a whole thing. And so I'm afraid there might be what's the polite word? Conspiracy going on here. And I don't mean to come off a little spirally, but goodbye.
With that,
killed Zahad.
Zahad ate himself to death.
He explodes like
So
Monty Python skit.
Let's go talk to your brother. I am very afraid that something bad is going to happen tonight.
Yeah. But I think as she's talking to her, Emissary would want to inform Zahad on what we learned. So, and Murphy can, we'll kind of tell him whatever.
Are you going to spare him his feelings that she was desperately in love with Kieran?
I will not. No.
Something that will tear my heart to shreds, you say? To shreds, you say?
Yeah, she was in love with Kieran.
She's not a brother. He's cute. I mean, Mel too, but I was talking about Dew.
Yeah.
Wow, that really gets me in one of my hearts.
Marquise Zahad, she could be looking for what you call a rebound relationship.
I've heard about this. It's a stalker term.
Quinlan has encountered one or two of those in the past.
Just saying, it would be a bold move to do it before he's even in the South Pole. So, just
Emissary, Murphy, inspiration, both of you.
Wait, my daughter? Oh my god. Okay. So you tell me this, and then I recognize what just happened there. I went, oh, interesting. So it wasn't it was a sword, not a. Oh, I see. Yes.
Would you like to
a
see
question.
It?
I am confused, but I will show it to Zahad.
You're pretty good at this kind of magic stuff.
Actually, let's see. No, keep it down. Hey, Dew, you're sitting at the table with us.
Yes.
I want to do a history check real quick, Andrew. I want to know if any of these people that are here today with Dew were there when they picked up Kieran's body.
I would like to, if he's going to his mind palace, I
oh.
would give him guidance.
Guidance, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull out that 35. You know all of
I'll
their...
go ahead. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend a third dice as well. I have another one. It'll be fine.
And I'll stare at you the whole time with intimidation, just my brows furrowed.
I rolled a 9.
Oh.
So naturally, it's a 27?
32.
Ah. That was close.
I really like this game.
As you look through, you do notice the two sitting next to him were with him. But there were a group of about 6 or 7 more that are not here currently.
Are they in the room?
No.
Do a question.
Yes, Marquis.
Which of the two men next to you do you trust with your life more?
Strictly intelligent exercise.
Strictly speaking, you have a left man and a right man. I just simply am curious. Why did you bring these two to be dined at the table with you?
They are my most trusted men in my party. This is, to my right, my first lieutenant in the platoon. He's responsible for the day-to-day operations. This is Morning Glory.
Flower name. Is he of Earth Ganassi?
And to the left?
He is actually not an Earth Ganassi. He is a Storm Ganassi.
Oh.
And to the left is the one that takes all the writings and handles kind of the administration for me so that I can focus on more important things. This is a cleric of Sidu, and her name is Natalia.
What race?
She is a Air Ganassi.
Excellent. Now, in remembrance of Kieran, if possible, what are some good memories you have that you'd like to share? Or little details about him that you liked? How did he fight with you all before we met him?
He didn't do a lot of fighting, and you see him turn and look at his father. And his father kind of raises an eyebrow. He more of was instruction and support for the last
We found
bit of
our
time.
rat, boys.
Truly, that's very interesting. He was always on the front lines with us. Could you be more specific?
We did not wish to trigger him.
Oh, the technical term. When you mean trigger, what is it that you're trying to say?
He had trauma. It's one of the
Trauma.
reasons why he volunteered to go on your expedition, is he felt getting away might do good for his disposition and rehabilitation to being back at the front line.
Insight check, because that's not what I know at all.
Yeah, I like to insight check that as well.
He was at the front of the fray defending me and my compatriots. 15, because I have people do insight for me. Murphy, what you got?
I got 13.
You want to re-roll that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
18.
What's your bonus insight? Okay, no, you're good.
As
Could I guidance myself?
could have.
Could have.
As he was talking, he seems to be truthful. As much as he knew about Kieran, that he was trying to fix things and get better.
Okay, but as much as he knew about Kieran could be not very much because he's a liar.
Dude, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
To say that. Now,
Yeah,
if
just
I
'cause he's
ask
being genuine.
Mhm.
I guess.
Morning
Yeah.
Glory, what were your thoughts of Kieran? What are your observations? Please humor me.
I do not wish to step out of turn and speak.
You are speaking to the Marquis of Abkirk.
I understand, but I am
Not speaking
under.
out of turn. We're speaking of a friend whom we are mourning. There's no reason to keep secrets of our good friend.
No secrets kept. And he turns and looks down at Tidal and also quits talking.
Zahad's 3 extra eyes have just been locked on Tidal. What has he been doing?
He's eating and enjoying the feast that's in front of him. And as the conversation turned to Kieran, he takes a drink and just kind of eyes lock with the individuals, but doesn't say anything.
I think I'm going to cause a scene. Now, if you be so kind, Natalia, what were your thoughts of Kieran?
It's Natalia.
You said Natalia before, Andrew.
He said Natalia.
Oh, okay. Well,
Um,
did I say her name wrong on purpose?
and she corrects you.
Natalia, my apologies. You know how
it's
good
fine,
it is.
Marquis Zahad. We know that there is a lot of things going on in your brain at all times, and that sometimes little things like that can slip through. That's why you have people.
That's funny. I don't remember telling you that.
I make
That's
it a point of to know those that we interact with.
Did she look at Tidal again?
No.
But then, if you'd be so kind, please tell me of Kieran.
At this
I think
point,
a halo is starting to appear behind the Hod's head.
at this point, she does kind of make a little bit of side eye to Tidal. And it's just like, he was a wonderful individual. Sad things happened to him.
Sad thing.
Sad
I think I
things.
stand up. Melt, I'm so sorry. There's some things I need to investigate right now. Emissary, would you join me?
he didn't address you when you came in, Melt.
So are they
Yeah,
just
and
being?
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask, are they just being like intentionally obscure about everything, or is it like, are they under the same effect like Teardrop was?
They're being intentionally obscure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as I stand up with Shahad, I realized my mistake and I put back the Nutella into the bag that I had gotten out. But yeah.
Take one of my inspiration. That's funny.
Nah.
He doesn't have to take one. He gets one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Thank you, DM.
Wow.
Melt, I think I'm going to cause a scene. I'm so sorry for what I'm going to do.
And before you can respond.
As you say that, the camera zooms out back over the city, and that is where we will end this evening's session. As at the banquet, talking about Kieran, and Zahad has stood from the table. I imagine the bib still tucked in the napkin.
No, it's gone.
It's like a child's bib too.
It's thrown to the floor.
As he
It's
says,
not time for food.
yeah. As he is getting ready to make a scene.
We just thought that he was being rude, but apparently.
Apparently.
Yep, and that is where we will end tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's game. Unfortunately, we will be off next week.
Oh,
I know, I have to work. GM is
Okay.
on vacation, so I am working that
busy,
evening.
busy.
Yep. So we will be back in 2 weeks. So we will be back on the 12th of February for our pre-Valentine Day game. Yay!
Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah,
Um,
that's a busy day. Yeah.
yeah, getting ready to be. So,
Yeah.
but I hope you guys had fun. I know there was a lot of little things hinted and talked about there. So, give you guys
Hinted.
time to dissect some of those. I hope all your games are as filled with as much shenanigans as ours are. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
I'm ready.